Alrighty, it's time to make the villain of my book. This is the last piece I need before I start actually writing it. Man, that sun is bright behind me today. Part of streaming early. Alright. So I'm gonna fill in some things that I already know about this character just by how we've been planning him the past couple days. Already do it black. There we go. So he's the he's also a mage, because he's going to be, graduating with Cathar. Rename that to our that way I can actually remember the names of these characters. Alright, mage slash graduates with Cathar. And then let's see. What else can we add to his character? Maybe he's a I'll actually come up with a good villain for this. He wants revenge on Cathar, because in the beginning of the book we're going to have Cathar kind of wrong him. This is going to move to eventually just eliminate his whole bloodline, because, Cathar's gonna kind of try and get revenge, and then it'll be a whole rivalry. He's also going to want to protect his family, but I think he's also going to use his family as like pawns. So that could go here. Or well, you just use people like pawns and whatnot. It's going to be power obsessed. Another part of his character is he could father who is probably like a famous general. Let me pull up my notes on the world real quick. Why did it have to pop up on that screen? I don't want it on that screen. There we go. I don't have all my notes on here. Damn it. I need to get all my notes into the same place. I don't really know what to do with this guy. His physical traits. I'm gonna put the lost leg in parentheses because he isn't gonna lose his leg until later in the book. I'm thinking black hair. What kind of eyes should he have? Well, black hair, black eyes seems like it goes well together. Thinking with him, he could be tall and skinny, kind of like that guy from Ratatouille, the food inspector. Just gonna kind of dress in royal purple, because back in medieval times, purple meant you were royalty or a wealthy type of person. Um, hmm. It's gonna have kind of a superiority complex just because. Of course you will. Yeah, I almost lost my pen there. Thinking for this guy, maybe he. Maybe cast his spells out of a ruby necklace that he wears. He draws his power out of that. So I guess that would make him more of a. However you spell sorcerer. Let me. It's not how you spell sorcerer, that's scour. How do you spell sorcerer? Sorcerer. It's getting hot in here. Open this window. Hang on. There we go. My microphone was off. Definitely does not help. Alrighty. So, saying I was thinking more of like a pose like WandaVision. Where they kind of just hold out their hands, both of them bursting with magic. There we go. Just getting a little sketch in. Do still need to plan out the character a little better. He's a little lacking in the character department. We can still draw what we think. Maybe since he's rich, he'll be a little on the fat side instead of the skinny side. Because rich people tend to get on the thicker side. Thick. There we go. Don't like how this is turning out, though. Let's erase this so far. Yeah, might as well just erase all of it. Alrighty, let's see. That's good. I'll still have to thicken them up a little bit here. Right now, it's just about kind of getting the body proportions. Thicken them up a little bit. There we go. Pen feels sharp. Oh, hi Phantom. How you doing? That's a terrible hand. We're gonna stick with a little circle for now. It's just a sketch, right? Give you time to, yeah, no problem. You can think of take all the time you need for a name. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with using like just a random name generator. Unless someone else comes up with a name that we like. That's always a possibility. I feel like that's half decent pose. Well, I shouldn't have had that on the first layer, but I don't know what those do. Sure, that's fine. Kind of finish off his boots. Alrighty. Don't need the eraser yet. Alright. for what to show off his way of dressing. Kind of thinking something like this. It's gonna be on the chubbier side, so we can get those arms looking a little bigger. No, let's go with a red shirt. Darker, yeah, there we go. Is that round enough, or do we need to go rounder? Let's see, if he's kind of a rich boy, I feel like that's good. Alright, and then what kind of pants does he have? Maybe some brown. There we go. Colored that in. Let's see, how does this look? It's alright. Go a little darker maybe for the boots. That looks mostly the same. Symmetrical. give him a purple cloak. Gets tied in the middle. Drags on the ground a little bit. There we go. Another thing I think we forgot to change is Lucina. Changing to be an elf. Tartarus Mortstein. 6 foot 7 inches. Did I say it right? Our ears covered. Alright, back to this guy. Tartarus Mortstein. Or is it Mortstein? Like Frankenstein. Oh, there's an N there? Mortenstein? Mortenston? Okay. Tartarus Mortenson. Tartarus Mortenson. It's not a bad name. I think I could get used to it. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Like that. But yeah, Chad was just a temporary name. It was never meant to be his actual name. I was kind of thinking he wouldn't have sleeves. That's why I drew it like that. Okay, there we go. A-R-T... A-R... More... I don't know why I just thought he wouldn't have sleeves. I just didn't put any on him. Damn it, I did it again where I didn't have the purple. His other side needs to come out just a little bit more. Maybe he gets trolled in the book by being named Tata. Well, yeah. We could give him a nickname. Or maybe instead of Tata, it could be just he's nicknamed Tart. Because Tart is the name of a like a sweet pastry, and I mean he's gonna be a little chubby. So having the fat kid be nicknamed after a food that makes people fat could be funny to people who do that. Tart. Yeah, for some reason I'm not good at naming things, but giving things nicknames I'm kind of good at. It's weird. If something already has a name, I could rename it. But if it doesn't have a name yet, forget about it. Yeah, he'll have henchmen. I was thinking he would have some, like, family members or something. Not what I wanted to do. I was thinking he'd have, like, some family members or some, like, some friends or other people at the school. And, he'd just use people like pawns. That's the... this one right here. He'd use people like pawns. Just because that's kind of what rich people do. Yeah, I was thinking he'd have like a war general as his dad. And in having a general, obviously, your perception of human life becomes skewed towards, you know, human lives aren't really that important. Because, I mean, you're sending people to die in war and making sacrifices and stuff like that. So, obviously, you're going to have a different point of view than most people. Alright, and then let's get like a darker. Thinking maybe we should add a little bit more detail to this guy. His attire. Just to get practice with it. That's right, it does let me add colors, so we're gonna do that. Alright, looks like a gold color. More orange. It's a decent gold color. Just poke a hole in his chest, it's alright. Alright, I was thinking a ruby, but then that doesn't really go with his red shirt. Ooh, maybe we make him... I was thinking we could make our main character a fire mage. What if we make this guy an ice mage? And that way you kind of have the fire and ice. I think that the fire versus ice battles could be pretty cool. That's actually a good looking little diamond there. I'm proud of that one. Nah, that's cool. You can go watch him if you want. I mean, you don't have to stay watching me. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you can go watch her if you'd like. I'm sure you've been watching her streams longer than mine. I know you're helping me make the book, but, like, you gotta realize I'm gonna be making this book for a couple months at least. So there'll be plenty of other streams. Oh. You're just all about supporting new Twitch streamers then, huh? Well, good for her. Starting up, it's not an easy thing to want to do. Did not click the button. I appreciate that, Phantom. I'm thinking maybe I lower it down so I have a little bit of extra room. Add 2 or 3 more chain links. Decent. It's Groundhog Day? I didn't even follow that it was Groundhog Day. Do you know what the groundhog said? Is it gonna be more winter? 6 more weeks of winter. It has been pretty cold this winter, so I'm not surprised that it's taking a little longer to die out. How do we make his shirt look like a... How do we add the color lines to it? Maybe I can focus on doing the rest of the robe here for a minute while I think about that. Where's the... There we go. Now we can kind of keep both up at the same time. I don't think it would be necessarily fat shaming him, but he's definitely gonna, you know... Well, and actually, in ancient times, being fat is a way to kind of show power. So if anything, he's not necessarily going to be made fun of for it. Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, in medieval times, which is kind of where this book is going to be based in, being fat means you actually have money to afford food. The main characters will be skinny. Yeah, essentially. But being fat basically shows you can afford food, so you're wealthy, which being wealthy is always a flex. Doesn't matter what time era you're in. Hula hoop and a Cheerio. That's kind of funny. Switch over to basic purple for this.
Hurry up, May.
imagine. Yeah, King Henry probably was. I mean, people used to find it attractive because, again, that's showing off your weight, your wealth. Maybe you could use that on your next queso stream. You can call him that. I don't know if this rope is gonna end up looking very good, but we can find out one way or the other. Grand reveal. It's not that bad, but it's not high quality artwork. I am proud of this though. This looks really good. Kind of want to try and do actually, it'd So basically, Tartarus comes from a wealthy family. Yes. That is kind of the idea. I'm thinking more of it, like an ice crystal. So it'd be magic. Yeah, he's gonna have ice powers. Who will have fire powers? No, that's gonna be Cathar. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna give both of them fire powers, but then I was like, that's too much fire. I'm not really sure that having both of them with fire powers would really work out. Alright, let's see if we can make another one. We can make this one a little more interesting by having it just be 3 individual sticks. Tartarus gonna have... Yeah, he'll have hair. I just haven't gotten there yet. I was thinking black hair with some black eyes. something that's kind of simple and basic, but maybe he could have a streak of white because he's got snow powers. No, it wouldn't be black. His entire eyes. It's just the pupils would be black, you know? Like the actual colored part, instead of green or blue, it'd just be black. Alright, 3 more little ice crystals. Maybe we could do like a... magic swirling around them. You watched the second Purge movie. How was it? Is it worth watching? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that looks kind of cool for a magic boy. We gotta add some more detail to like his shirt and pants, though, and that face and hair, but
Purge Anarchy is definitely one of the better singles. Yeah, he's a big boy.
There we go. That adds some little definition to the shirt, so it's not just plain red, which is a bit better. Let's see. It probably does need a belt. Right. He looks hard? What do you mean? It's a belt. Well, that sounds about right for you. Alright, paints. Not really sure how to... Yeah, of course belts existed. Belts have existed for a long time. Boots. Not really sure how to add detail to the boots. Alright, that's good enough. Now it's time for one of the harder parts, possibly one of the worst parts. Face. Black. Alright. Let me get that. The lighter one. Let's go darker for it. Alright. Got eye here. Eye here. The nose. Mouth. I don't like how that. A pen of my 12. Let's go down to 7. Bro's hairline is... He doesn't even have a hairline to recede yet. Alright? For Bro's hairline to be receding, he actually needs to have a hairline. Bro's forehead can be used for nest. Maybe. Just maybe. He looks like a literal Dr. Eggman if Dr. Eggman was an egg. He was literally an egg man. Let's get rid of that. He's gonna have the... He's not gonna wear an eye patch. He's just gonna have a burnt scar on his face. And then his other eye. He does need some eyebrows, though. An eye patch would make him look more like a pirate. Yeah, it would, but we're not going really for pirate. Plus, I think it's more interesting if he doesn't have an eye patch, you know? Kind of like, he's closer to like Zuko, except his eye is actually gone. And he's fat. You know, Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh boy, we're getting deep into the drawing now. I have to make fucking... We're gonna have to make hands. Imagine how creepy he'd look in a movie without that. Well, yeah, that's the point. Is he supposed to look creepy? I try not to swear, if possible, but... It does happen. To become as a movie, don't make the missing eye look as terrifying as the original Sonic design. It wouldn't look like the original Sonic design because of the simple fact that people said the Sonic eyes creeped them out. He doesn't have an eye to creep them out with. Right? I think they also said it was the teeth, though. I think a teeth played a big factor in them not liking it. I thought you'd have. What is that? Cathar responds, and I thought you'd have more eyes. Well, my plan was to actually have Cathar kind of be the reason that he lost an eye. So I'm sure Cathar would actually know about it. Yeah. I feel like that's a really big hand. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like he has a massive hand. That's alright, he's fat, he can have a big hand. Kinda like the Hulk. who that is, but I'll take your word for it. Alright, what do we think? Is he finished? You shrink him a little bit to fit on the page. There we go. Transform. Make the sketch a little bigger. Oops. You think he's done? I was thinking we do need to fill out some of his subcategories a little more. I mean, we've got this, right? Which I need to update because was it a sapphire? So I don't think just calling it I don't think a diamond. Sapphire. Specifically, we need to think about more about his character arc. What other motives could he have as well? Maybe he wants to fill in his father's shoes a little bit. If this becomes a hit, then I think this will be one of the greatest movie trilogies based off the books. I don't expect this first book to really be a hit. Because I don't really think the very first piece of work somebody writes becomes that big. I think once you write the second or third book, that's when you actually find what you're good at, and you find like a rhythm, find what works, and then your second or third thing that you write is actually going to become popular. Well, no, not when you make sequels. I think you write 2 or 3 standalone books, and then you go back and make sequels to what you had already written. So once I'm done writing this book, that kind of time period, and now it's just almost getting worse again. I'm thinking we need a redeeming quality for the villain. Right? Because if the villain is like 100% bad and everyone just hates him a whole bunch, that's what made Shadow a likable character. Yeah. Because if he's just completely evil, that doesn't make him a very interesting character. Having a redeeming quality would make him a little more interesting. I want something that would almost give Cathar like a pause and actually question his motives before he actually continues. Like some point in the book, he learns Palpatine is 100% evil, and I love him. Yeah. It's kind of difficult to write like that. I mean, and I don't think Palpatine's necessarily the main villain of that trilogy anyway. Tart's OG parents were killed and the wealthy family adopted him. That's not really a redeeming quality. That's a more of a tragic backstory. I'm thinking something like he actively goes and saves dogs from being put down, or like he adopts a bunch of orphans that he takes care of and raises. I mean, obviously those aren't what fits Tartarus, but like a redeeming quality such as that is to where he actually does something that benefits the community, or something that would give your hero a pause as to maybe I shouldn't kill him because he actually is partly good. He gives out money. The reason I said stuff like that is the money would technically be his father's money, so I don't know if he would really be able to give out money because it's not necessarily his. It's his dad's. Because I was also thinking, if you're going to be the valedictorian, you have to kind of be a likable person. Because I was thinking he would kind of be popular, right? But what would necessarily make him popular? If that makes sense. I mean, obviously he's going to be strong. He's going to kind of be like a jock. He helps struggling students. Maybe. That might be good in the school, but we're not really talking about when he's in school. We're talking about what happens after school. So I'm trying to think of how that would mix in with that. Redeeming quality. This is tricky. He hurts many villages but doesn't kill. No. Because he clearly does kill, because he's going to kill Cathar's family. I was thinking maybe in his hometown he like supports a church. And he's like a religious figure to where he goes to the church and helps take care of like the kids in the church that have been orphaned or whatever. So like on the weekends he'll help out at the local church. So at first he'll be because I was thinking where he lives is probably somewhere cold, and getting like coal for fires and firewood and stuff like that. He would be, donating that to the church or something to keep the kids warm, and that would also kind of give merit to why he casts ice. Is because he grew up in a cold climate. Alright, I think that fills out the last of what we need, right? Maybe instead of like a war general, his father is a priest. And maybe he was a war general that turned to be a priest. And then Tartarus kind of has to, because it's his family business, he helps the church or whatever. I think that would be a good way of doing with that. Alright, we got our antagonist. I'm not 100% set on that pitch. I'll think about that pitch more later. But I think Tartarus is done. Save as TA. All right. Export as a PNG.
Alright. So between this stream and next stream, I'm gonna start trying to write the book, and I'll try and write and then come up with some different things to talk about on stream. Maybe things I need help with or input on, like finding descriptive words or organization of the first kind of paragraph and whatnot. We can also go back and visit some of these other character drawings and maybe add some details or whatever as we're talking about it, just as something to do. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end it off for today, because it is about time. Oh, it's past time that I usually end stream. So it's good work today. Alright, I'll see you later.